Hi.
Hi, Sai, how are you going?
Everything is going according to my plan. How is going on your side?
Yeah, everything's pretty good here in Sydney, Australia. So far, so good. We've had a few pretty intense weather events the last week or so, but um, the rain's died down and the flooding's going away, which is really nice. So, yeah, other than the weather, I'm really well.
How is the situation now?
Um, the weather-wise, or
Yeah,
COVID, or what do you mean?
weather, the floods
Weather.
and
Mm. So a lot of the rivers around Sydney have broken their banks and they're heading into community areas and they're flooding houses and flooding businesses and a lot of people have lost their livelihoods and sadly two people have lost their lives as well. They've drowned. Um,
my God.
so it's not great, but you know 18,000 people evacuated from their houses. So yeah, it's pretty intense. It's been pretty full on the last week, but the rain has died down. Um, so hopefully, eventually the water will drop down and won't be so bad. Yeah.
That's not very good.
Yeah, I mean it's good that the rain stopped. That's a good start, you know what I mean? And the rain can hopefully, yeah, hopefully the weather will improve and people can start cleaning up and businesses can start, recovering and whatnot. Yeah.
I hope everything becomes positive.
Thank you. That's really sweet. Yeah, we do too.
So, first, I want to thank you for accepting my invitation and accepting to be on my show.
No problem. Glad to be here.
So, can you please introduce yourself to my audience?
Absolutely. Hi, my name's Susan Napper. I'm a makeup artist and beauty concierge.
You're
And
from?
I live in, sorry, yes, and I live in Sydney, Australia. This is my hometown. I was born here. And I've traveled the world. I've seen a lot of places and haven't been to India. That's on my bucket list. And yeah, been living here in this part of Sydney for a long time. 10 years. It's just that's quite a long time. People move around a lot, tend to. So I'm married. I've got two daughters, and yeah, makeup and beauty is my full-time job.
Why makeup? Why? What made you to come into this field?
um, the straight answer is that I like helping people and I like making people feel good. So doing makeup makes people feel happy and makes them feel confident. So that's one of the reasons why I love my job is that, I mean, who doesn't want to make people feel happy, right? So yeah, that's one of my motivations for doing this job is to make people feel happy.
So, how many people got confidence after your work?
What's the question? Sorry.
How many people got confidence? How many people built their confidence, and you being the reason in your life?
Oh, hundreds, thousands even. So I actually came to this industry later in life. Um, I actually started out working in the visual arts industry, and then I had children, and I took some time out from working, and then I decided to follow my passion and actually do work that really um, is my what I call my soul's purpose. And that's why I chose to change my job and do something that I find that gets me up every day and makes me happy and it makes my clients happy as well.
So, you make people look good. You make people look good who are already good or who are not looking good.
Good question. A bit of both. That's the honest answer, Si. look, everyone has inner beauty. Everyone is gorgeous as far as I'm concerned. And so what I do, my approach to beauty is that I'm basically just improving what people already have anyway and just enhancing their own natural beauty. So that's my approach to doing maybe someone's makeup. Yeah.
What is the best compliment that you got?
Doing my work.
Yeah.
I think people coming back to see me over and over again, like repeat customers and repeat clients. I know that's kind of like a compliment for me. People say that I make them feel relaxed and happy, and I'm not stressed or in their face, or I'm not kind of intense. Like I'm quite chilled, in my work, and I think people like that. I think they want to feel pampered and happy. So I think that's what people like. That's what I've been told anyway.
So, do you know when this makeup concept came into humans' life?
When did makeup start?
Yeah.
Look, goes all the way back to Egyptian times, long time ago. Yeah, it's always been part of ancient cultures. I mean, there's a lovely history of makeup and beauty in Indian culture with kajal and kohl and things like that, which I love. I think that's really cool. So I think it's just something that they used to use minerals and organic compounds,
Yeah.
grind them up and put them on their face. Cleopatra was well known to use a lot of makeup. Yeah. So yeah, it's quite an ancient tradition, definitely. Yeah.
So, can you mention some of the materials that you use to put, to make people look beautiful?
The materials?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, basically I have a makeup kit, and within my kit I have a whole bunch of different products that I use. So I'll have, um, foundations and mascaras and eyeshadows and blushes, and also brushes, like actual brushes to apply it. I have over 100 different brushes that I like to
Wow.
use. I know, right? And I have to clean them as well. So if I'm doing more than one person, I can't use the same brush twice for hygiene reasons. So I have to clean them and then use them on the next, use it on the next person. So that's why I have so many.
So, when I'm sure in your life you did thousands of work, right, to thousands of people. So,
Mm.
you have seen a lot of faces, different faces.
Yeah.
So how many country people faces have you seen, and what is the difference that you observe?
That's a good question. So, um, Sydney, where I live, we have quite a lot of we're quite a multicultural community, and where I live in Sydney, we have people originally of an Anglo-Saxon background, and then in the last probably 20 years, we've had people who are Chinese background, Asian background, and also Indian background. So my job as a makeup artist is to make sure that I have the right uh, equipment and the correct colors to use on my clients with what we call global skin tones. So it's not just skin tone that is fair like me. It's the whole spectrum of every nationality, which is fantastic. Yeah. And
How many?
my
Yeah,
Oh,
go on.
sorry. I was going to say my Instagram, one of my first and earliest clients was my neighbor is Indian, and she's one of my first clients actually. So all her family are from India, and her family now live in Sydney. And so I make sure that I have everything that I need, no matter who the client is or what their background is. Yeah.
How many years of experience you have?
So that's a good question. So I might give away my age now. No, I'm just kidding. So I started out doing makeup when I was very, very young. And then I actually took a different path, and I did work in human resources, actually. So,
Okay.
my background dealing with people has kind of set me up for doing this job as well. So I started out in one career path. So I started out in visual arts, and I worked in human resources. And then later in the last couple of years, well, last 5 years, that's how long I've been doing makeup professionally. Do you know what I mean? So I've been doing it for a long time, on friends and family and word of mouth, things like that. But I actually went to school and actually learned the profession at school. And then once I got my credentials, that's when I started working professionally.
So human resources and art, visual arts. So one
Mm.
is a creative job and one is understanding the resources, human
Uh,
resources.
yeah. So one is well, actually, my visual arts job was actually a visual arts administrator. So I was an arts administrator.
Okay.
So it's it's still working, still if it's the same kind of work. It's still working with people. Um, I used to work for an organisation that used to hand out visual arts grants to artists. So emerging artists who needed money to live used to come to this organisation, and we would give them money. And that was a few years ago. And then um, I moved into human resources, different industry, but HR. And then I really decided that I wanted to do what was my passion, and that's how I ended up in beauty.
So how you're feeling now? Because you are into the field that you like.
I love it. It's it brings a smile to my face. It brings me joy, basically. Knowing that I can make people feel really happy and confident in who they are. And yeah, that's a really great feeling. Definitely. Yeah.
So different skins. I'm sure you understood the skin, uh, the concept of skin, which is
Hmm.
natural, which is created by the invisible force. So have you ever thought to go in deep and know the reasons behind the, the quality of the skin and why it came and who created it in the background? Have you and also have you seen the skins of other living beings too, comparing it and understanding, trying to understand about other creatures like dog, cat skins, because you are into makeup, right?
Yeah, that's a really interesting question. I mean, it's a very metaphysical question. I haven't really thought about it that deeply. But I have, I mean, I tell you, I mean, it's an interesting side thing is that my hobby, as well, as well as being a makeup artist, my actual hobby that I do every day is that I'm a genealogist, and I actually study family trees and the background of my ancestors. And I did DNA testing to see who my family were and my people, or even my ancient people. So where did they all come from, what part of the world? And I found out that I have this really diverse ethnicity. And if I hadn't have done a DNA test, I wouldn't have known that. So that was really interesting. So I have a DNA background that is not just Anglo-Saxon. It's a bit of everything. um, and that was really good to find out these things, because you take for granted what you think is something, And then if you go deeper and actually use science to help you and to figure things out, you can actually gain some really interesting insights. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So I know it doesn't really answer your question, but it's just an interesting little, a side thing that I think is a fascinating way to look at who you are differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what age group? I mean the youngest person that you did makeup and the oldest person that you did makeup.
Oh, okay. So my youngest client would have been, I actually did a 7-year-old. She was performing at a charity function. So I do charity functions as well, charity work. And my oldest, like mature, very mature ladies, probably, 60s, late 60s. It's probably the oldest. Yeah.
Okay. So so at last, do you have anything to say to the world who watches this video from anywhere on this planet?
um, Gee, that's a really good question. I don't know really. I just think, you know, we're all connected. That's what I learned from doing DNA. We're all just one planet. We're all just one people. And, COVID has demonstrated that because look what happened, a pandemic. We are literally all connected. And um, I just think that the world can take some things from the bad things that have happened and learn good things and try and make change for better, I think is really important. Do you agree?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I think it's trying to make, we have, the expression of making lemonade out of lemons. Do you know that expression?
Okay.
Yeah. So if life gives you a lemon, then you just make lemonade. So I just think, everyone is starting to, from what I can read and what I see in the media, I think people are feeling more confident to get out into the world, and that's fantastic. That's really good. And I think people can stay positive and move forward and stay connected and start reconnecting with people again. Yeah.
I did
It's got
more
to
than
come
three.
out, isn't it? Sorry.
I think
You
you're
go.
the most. Yeah, you're the most beautiful woman I saw in my life.
Oh, that's such a lovely thing to say. Thank you so much. It's all the makeup you see. That's very lovely. Thank you so much. That's sweet.
This video, this visual is going to be one of the best videos, the best
Oh.
visuals in my collection.
Oh, I don't know about that. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. That's
So,
sweet.
have you seen any videos of mine on YouTube?
I haven't had the pleasure yet. The time lapse between us talking and us doing this is very little, but I certainly intend to go and have a look. Um, I'm actually really busy. Like work is busy at the moment. People are starting to get out and about more. People are happy to connect and go out and have fun. And it's my job to help them look their best when I want to go out and have fun.
So I actually do people. I connect with all the people who are into different professions and who are living in different parts of the world. So I do
Yes.
videos with them and I show their life experiences and I I show to my audience. So what do you say about this? Your personal opinion?
Of what you're doing,
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's excellent. I think it's a really great idea, and that's why I was happy to jump on board because, everyone has a unique story. Everyone has a, something to share with somebody, and I think that everyone has an opportunity to, you know, have their story told, or, you know, if anything that I say or do can help someone, then that makes my day. Do you know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
really, that's what's important in life. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's my perspective of the world anyway. Yeah. So hopefully, you know, it's I think what you're doing is, in a nutshell, yeah, I think what you're doing is really fun. It's really interesting. It's really unique, and I wish you all the best. I hope it takes you places and gives you what you need and what you want.
thank you. Definitely, because you beautiful woman saying that, uh, definitely that makes me feel positive.
Oh, excellent. That's really good. That's excellent.
So, so, so any good words to the people who are listening to you? Blast.
Any final words?
Good words. Your
Good words?
belief. Yeah. Positive
Uh,
words.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. Are you asking me? I'm not sure what you're asking me. Sorry.
I mean, from your life experience, you will be thinking that this will work for sure for majority of the people to be peaceful and happy. So something from your experience like that.
Yeah, I mean, I just what do I think, you know, I think the world is craving connection. I think people need to reconnect with each other. And I think what you're doing is a really nice, excuse me, and unique way of doing that to remind people just how much of a global community that we are. And I think that's fantastic. I think, you know, what's not to love, you know? It's a good thing. Yeah.
So yeah, can I put this audio and video clip on my YouTube channel, on social media, on internet, on my podcast with your permission?
Yeah, that's fine. All I want to do is, can I see what you hang on, I'll just take my speaker off. Can I see what you put together before you make it public?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Sorry, I just
Once
took my speaker.
once this call ends, you can see the clip, the entire conversation what we had. You can see the clip, recorded clip on the Skype, and
Okay.
the same one, no editing, nothing. I just put the names of yours and mine, and I just post it with the title. That I will ask you the title which suits and which will be good, and I'll put that. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's okay. I'm having trouble hearing you because for some reason my speaker's off. I don't know why.
yeah,
Hang on. I think that's better. I
yeah,
can, yeah, that's better. I can hear you now.
yeah.
I can hear all the birds where you are.
I'm in balcony. I'm in,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Wow, look at that. I
you
can
can
hear the
see
birds in
sun.
the background. Pardon?
You can
And
see
someone,
sun.
yeah, someone's building something next door.
Yeah,
Yeah, a new
children
house,
are playing. Yeah,
and the children are playing.
yeah.
Oh,
So you will give confirmation after seeing the clip, or in this video only you will give the confirmation to put me in public.
yes. I can cross post from
Okay,
my Instagram to promote you as well.
okay.
And then you show, first of all, sorry, you go back. You show me what you put together,
Yeah.
and then I'll say yes, and then I can, my dog's barking. I can hear the birds.
Yeah, I can hear.
Funny. Can you hear?
Yeah.
He thinks there's a bird in the house. It's okay.
Mm.
That's so funny. Um, sorry, I'm gonna have to go.
Okay. Okay.
It's okay. She thinks she's a bird. That's so funny.
Yeah, thanks again for giving me your valuable time and spending your valuable words here.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Really nice to talk to you and speak to you.
Yeah, take care.
Take care, you too, Sai.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I hope you like our conversation.
Ah, conversation. Yes, yes, very good. I like it a lot. Yeah, yeah.
So can I put this audio and video clip on my YouTube channel, on my social media, on internet, podcast everywhere with your permission?
Yes, yes, that's fine. No problem at all. I give you permission.
Okay, so I hope it reaches more people and it helps people. You know, your experience or your valuable words or whatever you said in the video may change the way people who are watching that video in a positive way.
That'd be lovely. That I hope so too. Excellent.
Yeah. Thank you very much again.
Thank you, Sai. Thanks for your time. All the
Bye.
best. Bye bye.